watching the Jennylyn show, and today I've got a great topic for you. I'm sure that you or someone you know have tried internet dating. And so today my panel of experienced guests are going to share their fascinating experiences of internet dating with you. So guys, thank you for coming to my show. My guests are Mr. John Vink. John, thank you.
Thank you.
Lauren Garland and Rene Mendoza.
Hi.
Thanks, guys, for taking the time out to come and tell us about your wonderful experiences on internet dating. I think I'm going to start with the rose among you two thorns. Lauren, you want to tell us about your experience? Like, you could tell us the site if you feel like, and what was your most memorable experience so far from this medium of meeting people?
Okay, yeah. So I've been on a couple different sites, I think, over the past maybe 4 years. And I think going into it, I thought I would probably have a lot of crazy experiences. But for the most part, people were pretty normal. But I definitely did have a couple experiences that, were kind of interesting. So
good. We're going to come back to you, Renee.
Okay.
So my only experience with online dating, which I still don't know why I'm on this panel for this, was that 10 years ago I tried Match.com. So I was 18 at the time. And my friends told me that they had rejected. And I'm like, that's not true. I'm like, so I tried it. And I put through all the questions, as honest as I could, like, we can't match you now. And then we got the alert saying that 30%, I'm sorry, can't be matched at the time. So I'm like, okay.
Was that because of your age?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it's what it was.
Huh. All right, we're going to come back to you. John.
Yes.
You tell us about yours. I mean, have you tried all the sites?
No.
Okay.
Someone else had set up a Match.com profile for me.
Okay.
So I wasn't wholehearted into that. And then I tried a dating site called Tinder. And so I've tried those two sites.
Okay, so we're going to come back to you in a minute, and you can tell us the differences between the two sites, which one you think worked for you, if any did. But think about it while I go back to Lauren. So Lauren, you said you were on Match.com.
Yeah, I did Match, OkCupid, and Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So two of those you are free, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then one you have to pay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How do you compare the site that you have to pay versus the free sites?
That's a really good question. I think the ones that you have to pay for, I think you get a lot more people who are a lot more serious about meeting someone. And I think on the other two sites that are free, it's people are more kind of like, oh, you know, what the hell? Let me just try it out. And I don't think the people are looking for their soulmates. I think it's more for Mr. or Mrs. right now. So rather than forever.
So it's true what they say, then you get what you pay for.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever meet anybody on any of these sites that ended up resulting in a serious relationship?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So John.
Yes.
How long were you on Match.com?
So someone else set up the account for free, but then I get all these emails saying someone's interested in you or something. But in order to see anything or receive emails, you have to like pay this exorbitant fee. So I just signed up for the shortest amount possible, like I think 3 months.
Okay. So somebody signed you up. Was it with your permission?
No.
So tell us about that then.
I'm just at work one day, and Match.com starts sending me an email saying someone's interested in you. And I thought it was spam. I kept on getting the same emails over and over again, like, what's this all about? And so I click on what appears to be the link, and I see my profile. I don't have the password for it because I didn't set it up. So I can see myself on Match.com. And it's a very, like, angry description.
Angry description?
Like, I know, like, who I'm looking for. I don't want any gold diggers. I only want women who have their own money. And I value my money. I'll spend money, but I don't want to spend a lot of it and waste it. So it sounded really bad. So I'm surprised I was getting, people interested in you at clicks.
Well, obviously the person who set you up was trying to protect you.
Protect me from ever getting a date.
Well,
yes.
Okay, hold on. We're coming back to you. So Rene, you were going to say something just now.
No.
So you got rejected. Okay, so you got rejected right up front.
Yeah. And so you know what? I did. Now that you mentioned Tinder, OkCupid, I did try those too, but it was just kind of like you said, it's kind of it's kind of a more carnal than
More carnal.
yeah. I don't know. It's just more primitive, I guess. Not like a lifelong partner. It's kind of just
Yeah.
like you said,
They're looking for different things.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you describe to me how that one works? Because apparently they have different structures.
Well, Tinder is you swipe left or swipe right. Swipe right if you're interested, or not interested. Well, it's one of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
That way.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right is
Yeah.
you're interested.
Yeah.
And OkCupid, you have to ask a lot of questions. You have to answer questions, and then they match you with your answers, I guess, or your interests.
So
Yeah.
even though it's free, someone goes through the time of trying to match you with people?
Yeah.
I wonder how they make their money.
It's probably a computer setting.
Yeah, it's a
matching.
computer.
Yeah.
Oh,
type-
okay.
Yeah.
So when you went on to OkCupid, did you wake up and get an email like John was getting saying someone is interested in
Yeah,
you?
but you also have to get. I think you have to pay for those too, don't you?
For
OkCupid.
I don't
No?
think so. Mm-mm.
Maybe we're just not doing it right then.
See, you should go back on. You never know. Do you have a girlfriend now?
No.
Okay, so then, hey, go fork up the account. You may have a list of people waiting for you, right?
Oh.
So, Lauren, you try Tinder?
Yes.
Okay, how does Tinder work? Tell us.
Tinder works. I think it's probably the easiest one out of them all in the sense that you literally just put up like, however photos you want, and then you put like a little blurb about, what you want to say about yourself, and then basically you're done. And then you can search people based on distance and based on age and based on, I think that's about it. So yeah, you kind of set those limits, and then you basically just go through pictures. I think it's probably the quickest one.
How long have you been on there?
On and off, maybe for about a year.
Did you ever meet anybody that was interesting?
Yeah. I mean, I have met people that I've gone on more than one date with, but nothing that was serious, like 1 year or anything like that.
So did you think that the people you met on there misrepresented themselves, or do you think that they were honest?
That's a good question. I feel like for the most part, people were pretty honest. I think that was probably the thing that shocked me the most with online dating, was that I expected to meet people and they were going to be completely different. And for the most part, on the surface, they seemed to be who they were, but who knows?
So John, you tell us, have you met anybody on there that you've gone out with?
On Match, I didn't meet anybody. I was on Tinder as well.
And
So I met a girl who I've been on dates with.
okay.
Yeah.
Did she misrepresent herself?
No.
Okay.
She's had pictures. There's no blurb.
Okay.
And the pictures were of her.
So I've been doing my own background in preparation for this show. And which one of you on this panel can explain the roses and what that means if someone tells you they need roses?
It's code for money.
Yeah.
Simply put.
It's a code for money. Did
So
you ever
I was,
get?
well, here on Tinder, I had a problem. Where, say, Tinder is you see pictures of people,
Yeah.
and you just click yes or no on them. And if you click yes and they click yes as well, it's a match. You can start having a conversation. So I found out early on that most of the ladies who I matched with would respond with, "Hey, if you want the girlfriend experience, it costs 50 roses per hour." So clearly,
Translate.
they're using euphemisms, but the girlfriend experience means they are a prostitute, and 50 roses per hour is like the rate. And I don't know what the conversion rate is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's $1 per rose or $10 per rose, but it's money.
Is that why you never said yes? Because you didn't know what the cost really was? I'm assuming.
No, that was not the reason.
Oh my God.
I was looking for, a freebie. No. That kind of sounded like the wrong answer. I was not looking for that kind of relationship. I was looking for a non-payment, ongoing relationship
I see. Got you.
of mutual respect and understanding and affection.
Did you have anybody proposition you with roses for the?
No, no, they didn't. And I just want to be clear that not every woman is asking for roses on
Okay,
these sites.
great.
No,
So
I'm sure not everyone
I
is.
definitely don't ask for roses or anything, any monetary value or
That's why
anything.
you are here to represent the female.
Yeah,
gender.
no, there's some classy people on these sites.
That's great. So, John, you seem to attract the business women. Is that
I don't think it's that I attract them. I think businesswomen just go on the site, click yes to every single man, and to every match they get, they just respond that way. There's, marketing.
what percentage of people that you clicked on were those types of women?
So on Tinder, it's in this area of Silicon Valley we're in, the genders are not balanced properly. So there's a lot more guys than ladies here. So it's a numbers game. So I have to go and click yes on many, many, many ladies. And let's say, 1 in 30 will click back. And of those, 1/2 to 3/4 are asking for money. So, yeah. And then of the ones that do, so once they do have a match, and let's say they're not prostitutes, then I can send them a message. And I say, hello there, I'm John, how are you? And then I never hear back ever again from most of those.
Why do you think that is?
I think I'm sending the wrong message somehow.
Okay.
Or
So-
I think that the women are inundated with responses
Uh-huh.
because of the gender inequality.
ratio. Yeah.
So a lady will get she'll click, every guy she clicks yes on, I imagine is a match. And so she can get 10 emails in an hour and she's inundated with responses. So then she has to be very choosy who responds to.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not choosy enough. I'm not choicey enough.
Choices.
So, Lauren,
Yeah.
thanks, John. You are going to, do you really believe that you will meet somebody that you will have a significant relationship with through this medium of dating?
You know, I
method?
feel like my feeling on that probably changes every day. Sometimes I don't know, I call them on and off seasons. So on my on seasons, I'll, go on dates and I kind of get in that energy and kind of get into that pattern. And then I'm kind of like, oh no, I'm done with it. I don't think I can meet anyone. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out if you really can meet someone serious on these type of sites. But my friends have met people and have had serious relationships, so.
And I've been told they've had quite a few marriages off of internet dating. I know at least 2 or 3 people who have friends that have gotten married when they met their spouses on the internet. In fact, I have a friend who's from South Africa, and she married somebody from San Francisco, and she met him online. So I guess with everything, some things work for some people and it doesn't work for others. Rene, do you think after this show you're going to sign up again?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm not looking right now for anyone. Kind
Okay.
of focusing on myself.
Okay.
So
But when you're ready,
when it happens, if it happens,
some things in your life you have to work to make them happen. Right?
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do you have any friends who've had any stories they've shared with you about internet dating that was kind of nightmarish?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've had my friends actually say that they've met people, or they've thought they're going into a situation, they think they're going to meet this one person, and the person is considerably older, and so they use pictures that are from 20 years ago. So they're definitely not, I guess, they're not really who they're promoting themselves to be.
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely, I think the age thing, lying about age is kind of a huge thing. Yeah.
Have you ever gone on a date with someone and then when you showed up you're looking for somebody else because this person was one of those people?
No, not for me
okay.
personally.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, you're
knock on
quite
wood.
young, so I would imagine in your age group there won't be anybody looking like that.
Yeah, I mean, but it has happened though, so. Yeah.
John, what about you?
What about me?
Have you met anybody on there that you thought might be misrepresenting themselves? Apart from the roses people?
I've only actually met one person in person,
Okay. Okay.
and that person looked like they look like.
Okay.
So
What have you done with the women who propositioned you with roses?
Oh,
How did you respond to them?
I do 2 things. I respond to them saying, I'm not interested in a business transaction. And then on Tinder, you can report someone as spam. And so I report them as spam.
Why spam?
Well, that's the only option they have. If they had a
Oh.
prostitute option, I'd pick that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's, they're selling stuff.
Right,
And that's
right.
kind of like spam, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, when we were growing up, you could go to, there were so many places you could go to meet people. And it's so funny because we're living in the most advanced part of the world where all the technology is happening. What do you think's gone wrong with society now that people have to, like everybody is saying this is the only way you're going to meet people if you want to meet people. It's either this or you go to a nightclub. What do you think shifted? John, I'm going to ask you this because you're older than these guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm going to come back to you.
I have a hard time meeting people, I think, because I don't drink. So to go to a bar to find someone who's drinking, would be really a good way to go. Going to dance clubs, it's too loud. You can't talk to anybody. I like going to coffee shops, but women send me a vibe of, please never talk to me. I get the impression that all women would wish men never talked to them again and just left them alone. Maybe just me, because when I talk to them, they get all annoyed.
Rene, is that true for you? Do you get that vibe from women?
Sometimes it depends
Yeah.
if I'm drunk or not. No, I'm just kidding. No, it just depends on the person.
Yeah, right.
I've had conversations with girls I met that day just about whatever, and some girls just like completely ignore you. So it's just, I don't know what it's, maybe technology's with all the social networks, we're all being so, it's all about me, and not about the collective, I guess, of people.
I think part of the problem is everybody's face is buried in a cell phone, so they don't even get to see who's around them, right?
It's very
What's
true.
the female perspective on that question?
Well, I think for me personally, I mean, once I turned 21, I was going to, bars, clubs, out with my friends. And I think in those environments, you kind of tend to meet one type of guy. And so I think
And
online
what's that
dating.
type, if you don't mind?
I think the type that's looking for more short term and is, out and about all the time, meeting all different types of women. So I think online dating is just kind of a different medium. And I think you can kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit less than of the nightclub scene where I think you meet a more range of people looking for different things.
Because they have all the details on the website.
Yeah, of who they are and everything.
Yes, yeah. So Rene, you said you tried the other two sites very briefly. Of the two of them, which one you thought was a better mechanism for this?
I think OkCupid, the one with all the questions. That's the one, because you're honest. And then they match you to maybe people who have similar views. So like, okay, you're being honest to yourself and not the whole I'm changing myself so that I can impress this one person. And Tinder just physically, do I find this person attractive or not?
So the picture I'm getting is with Tinder, you go to the site and you see a picture, and if you like it, you click yes or no.
It's an application.
Okay.
I don't know if it's.
It's an
And if-
iPhone or app.
Yeah.
So you can only do it on your iPhone. You can't do it on an iPad or a computer.
Maybe. I don't
Not a
Yeah,
computer,
maybe.
but you can do it on an iPad or an iPhone.
Yeah, you need a
or an
Facebook
Android
account.
phone.
Okay. Okay. So you go to the site and you see a picture and you're like, oh, this person's really cute, and you click yes or you click no, and if you say you like them, but
And
they
they-
don't say they like you, that's a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you go back and look up a person?
No.
It's gone, yeah.
They're
So-
gone forever.
Wow. So you
Forever,
have one
yeah.
moment
One
to
chance, and that's it.
And
Don't
you lose
blow
that
it.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So how does that different from OkCupid then? You fill out the questionnaires and they match you, and then you get a notice telling you that you and this person have something in common?
Kind of like that. They just kind of say based on was it 80%, 70%, stuff like that of compatibility.
Okay.
But you can also meet people that you don't have really good percent matches with also. So, it's not like you have to go off matches.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
go and look for people.
Yeah, you can go look for people,
And
yeah.
you can go, oh, this guy's really cute, and you can
Yeah.
write to him.
Yes.
Okay. And the same thing, vice versa. John, Match.com, tell us. Can you just go randomly looking for women and
Yeah.
go, this
Well, you
woman's
can-
really hot?
You can do a search saying I'm searching for someone like this, like this age range and these things, and you can make that search as wide as you want or as narrow as you want.
Yeah. And then you find one you like, and then what happens?
You click on it. You say I like. You can like them, like a photo of theirs. You can wink at them, or you can send them a message.
How long did you say you stayed on for?
Only for like 3 months.
Boy, some people must have really have loved you to gone through that process of getting you.
They might have loved me,
Out
or they
there.
wanted to torture me. It's unclear.
Well, based on the experience, which one would you say?
I don't know. That profile they put up for me seemed pretty harsh.
Why? Oh, because
It was very angry. Like, do not respond to me because I don't want to spend my money on you.
It actually said that.
I'm paraphrasing.
Okay. Well,
I'm assuming a reader would look at that and say, this guy doesn't want to spend any money on me, and he's telling me to my face.
why? Did it say he doesn't like to spend money in the
That's
profile?
what it said. Yeah, I don't like wasting money.
How?
I had to alter the profile after a while because that's clearly not working out. So I changed it. I said, I love traveling to France for no reason. I love, expensive dinners. So I flipped it around.
And what happened after that?
Nah, nothing.
They say the first impression is when you get one chance to make a first impression. Maybe you blew it when they put the wrong profile for you.
Maybe someone else blew it for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
okay.
Yeah. So Lauren,
Yeah.
how would you ever try any other sites apart from the ones that you've tried? Just
Yeah,
so
go
you
ahead.
know, 2 days ago on the news, I saw, I've been paying attention to this because I was doing the show. On Good Morning America, they introduced a new show, I think it's called Hinged. And it's where college kids introduce each other's friends to their friends. And a lot of people are connecting this way because it's within the same age group. And they're not total strangers because somebody you know knows of them. Have you heard about this?
I think I actually have heard about that. Yeah.
Maybe you should try that.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe once I think about maybe looking for someone again. But for now, I think I'm just gonna stick to what I've
you
done.
have.
Yeah, what I have.
And you, Renee, don't you think that would be a good site for you? Because it won't be like a complete stranger because somebody you know knows something about them. So if they have weird tendencies like wanting to cut your head off with a hatchet or something, you will know this up front and you'll know this is somebody to avoid.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, about a month ago, I was in San Francisco and I was in a restroom, and I heard 2 young girls outside talking about, I can't believe how hard it is to meet guys. It sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I couldn't wait to come out to the stall to see these girls. And they were about your age. I'm like, am I hearing right? These are young girls in the city of San Francisco. What do you think's gone wrong with this world that young girls your age are having? I mean, I was no Miss America, but when I was that age, I had more dates than you could shake a stick at. What happened?
I think just in the age that we live in and also in this area, I feel like people are very business minded. It's like business, go, go. So I don't think necessarily people think of finding someone or like serious dating as like number one priority really.
Right, right.
And maybe before it used to be more kind of, I think a lot of people are in their computers and in their own zone than they used to be.
It's true, right, John?
People
You're
are
an
there.
engineer.
I am an engineer.
You speak on behalf of the sector of engineers that you work with. Do they seem like they're diligently looking for women to hang out with?
Well, some are, some aren't.
Do you know if they're also on the dating websites?
I don't know of anyone else on the dating. I knew one guy who was on a dating website, and he found. I don't know if it's on the website. He found a girl, but he has a girlfriend now.
Oh, well, it'd be interesting to know if he found her on the website.
Yes.
Maybe you should start a company, John, where you can organize for all these engineers you work with and somehow round up a bunch of women that are age appropriate and just help to set them up. Start
If I
parties.
knew how to round up women, I wouldn't have to be on dating sites.
Well, I have had an idea a long time ago. So if you're watching this show, maybe somebody should start this. I think what people need to do is either have a barbecue or a party or something, and the rule would be if you are single, you can only come to the party if you're bringing another person with you who's single that you are not dating. Chances are, within all the people at this party, at least 2 people might connect. And if two people connect, it's brilliant, right? You got a match. And I think that's what people need to start doing, because granted, you can go on the internet and post all this stuff, but people misrepresent themselves, like you said. And when I was looking to do this show, I went on a friend's site to check it out, and I noticed people post pictures of themselves with the dates, but they cut off the year. And for me, if I see a picture like that, clearly that person is not being honest, and that picture is probably from high school. So we're out of time, but before we go, I'm going to ask each of you to leave a message with somebody out there doing internet dating really quick on what they should avoid or not, based on your experience. You go, John.
So be prepared not to meet anybody.
Lauren, they're clapping in there. Lauren.
I would say just be yourself, because at the end of the day, people are going to find out who you really are anyways. So just be yourself.
And you don't have a lot of experience, Rene, but I'm sure you have your 2 cents you can add to this.
No, but it goes back to what you said about people not fighting someone today. Isn't that always a thing, though? It's always a generational thing. Like, each age group never has. I don't know. When it happens, it happens. Don't force it, I think.
So we're out of time. Thank you for watching the Jennylyn Show. If you're someone that's looking to meet people, hopefully what these young people have shared on this show today will help to guide you. And don't give up. There are lots of different ways, and just get creative. And have a great day, and thank you for watching this show. Bye-bye.
Approach someone like you without sounding creepy.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
I'm
Did you enjoy the
John.
show?
How are you?
Yeah, you just have to be natural.